Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Out of My Mind. This is a 2024 movie. It's an hour and 50 minutes long, and it is set in 2002. I don't. I make that distinction only because I imagine that, of course, of the story that there, if it was set today, the technology I imagine has improved and has changed. Without having any context in this, I'll explain that later. This is the story of Melody. Melody has cerebral palsy, and she has all the thoughts, desires, interests, creativity that any other kid has. Her cerebral palsy doesn't make her lesser than any other kid, or weird, or different, or abnormal. As again, it's very easy to just go, well, she's not like one of the normal kids. She is still who she is. Maybe her body doesn't respond to things the way other people do, and she is in the minority because she's considered disabled. But she is 100% just like any other kid. In her mind, in her soul, and everything else. Melody is just like any other kid. So, but she has a problem with communicating. She's nonverbal. She doesn't is not able to move herself around without the use of the motorized chair, which you can see right there. By the way, she's played by Phoebe-Rae Taylor, who has cerebral palsy herself, I believe. Either that or she is the greatest actress in the world, because I 1000% believed it. Because, but I imagine that she has a great presence. She's able to just depict the struggle that the Melody is going through so well. I don't think anybody is just like, oh, well, we got to be careful, this, that, and the other thing. No, it is. She's an actress, so that's one of the great things about this. They didn't have to get some actor to play somebody with cerebral palsy. No, no, no. This is a good choice. You'll recognize a number of other actors through this. Rosemary DeWitt plays her mom. Where's her dad? Her dad is, I think, Luke Kirby, and I know Judith Light from Who's the Boss and One Life to Live. She plays kind of a wacky neighbor kind of person who is just a little bit weird, and I can say that because I'm a weird too, so we could say that about ourselves. But she is sometimes a little bit grating to Melody's parents, but she means the best in every way and wants to help Melody in every way she can, even if she's a little bit out there at times. But by the way, this is based on a book by Sharon M. Draper, and I imagine it's set during that time. What's going on? Okay, she is. It tells the story of Melody, who's, like I said, she's nonverbal. She's only able to get around in this chair. She basically has to have a lot of stuff done for her, but inside her head, she's 100% like every other girl, every other kid. Her body just holds her back, and she has to speak in this movie for us to understand what she's all about. And we get an internal, we get to hear what she has to say. She narrates some of this using a voice that she's very familiar with, the character's very familiar with, and enjoys seeing on television. She's grown up watching this certain actress on television, and her voice gets to be portrayed by Jennifer Aniston from Friends. So, she grew up watching her on Friends, and so we get Jennifer Aniston playing the voice of Melody as Jennifer Aniston. So, if that doesn't make any sense to you, if you watch this, it will. Trust me, it will. But much of this is about Melody finding her voice and having a voice where she can express the very things I've just been talking about. She's she has the same concerns that she's never going to kiss a boy. She's not going to uh, just be able to just go to the mall and hang out with friends and her own age and just talk about just whatever they want, but clothes, shoes, whatever. Just, she has all those feelings and desires and wants, and she gets the opportunity because she's such a bright girl. She gets the opportunity to be put into a regular sixth grade class, not a special class like she has been since she's been in kindergarten, where there's kids of all ages and disabilities that have all are being taken care of by the people who know how to treat them right and give them the education they need. But she's ready to move on and be with the kids in sixth grade. The sixth grade, anybody else without cerebral palsy has grown up in. And her parents are a little bit hesitant. Of course, the wacky neighbor lady is very supportive, and so is a young woman who happens to join the school at the right time and sort of acts as an advocate to get Melody into a sixth grade class with other kids that don't have disabilities like hers. And there is that segregation that we have that. I mean, there are some kids that you might grow up with that have different needs in standard high schools, but that's not always the case. In 2002, Melody gets brought into this school, and I'm not gonna tell you the whole story. Just don't worry, I'm not gonna spoil everything. You should watch this. You should watch this. It's sweet, it's charming, it's funny. It is, yes, it's gonna break your heart. You're gonna feel so much for Melody. But it's not there to make you feel sorry for her. It's not there to make you pity her in any way. That is not a thing that you're going to have to worry about on this. You cheer for her, you root for her, and you want the best for her because she's not one who is just like, well, I guess I'm disabled. I guess I've just got to live with who I am. No, not Melody. So, when she gets into school, then there's a whole number of challenges where, kids aren't great. Kids are jerks. And it's some of the very things that her parents worried about, especially her mom worried about. But when she realizes that when she's in that class, it's difficult to participate, to speak, to say, to provide the answer when the teacher asks a question, or to interrelate with the kids around her. So, she actually goes to a special, she tries to make friends, and some friends kind of, one girl does it kind of out of pity, maybe? You kind of get the impression that she's trying, but maybe not. You don't know. You'll see how that works if you watch the movie. But she sees a film in this science center she goes to at one point because she really likes science and she's very smart. Stephen Hawking is on screen, and he's talking through his voice box machine that he's had, the voice that most of us have only known Stephen Hawking to speak through, the absolute genius scientist, one of the smartest men who've ever lived. And she's like, can I have a voice, basically? And her parents do what they can to get that for her, and that opens up a number of different doors. As difficult as it was to get it, it opens up new opportunities. And there is, I have to admit, I have to laugh because I'm going to just get really misty-eyed at this. There are moments that, when she gets her voice, that are they're gonna play with your head. They're not play with your head in a bad way, but man, it feels like somebody just won the Super Bowl kind of thing. It's really cool. So, hold on. Yep. Okay. So yeah, you have a good cast in this. You have did I say the cast already? I feel like I have, but just a reminder: Phoebe-Rae Taylor, fantastic as Melody. Luke Kirby as her dad. Rosemary DeWitt as her mom, and Judith Light as the wacky neighbor lady, Mrs. V, who you know her from Who's the Boss and One Life to Live, depending on how old you are. But yeah, there's a number of things that takes her out of her comfort zone and takes her out of the comfort zone of so many people around her, and you get to see from her point of view what it is to have cerebral palsy, and it's not because one of the kids asks her if it hurts. Like, what is it? Do you suffer from it? She even when a friend tries to explain to other kids, oh, she suffers from cerebral palsy. And she makes it clear, I don't suffer from this. Other people suffer. And she doesn't want to be that. She feels she makes other people suffer. She doesn't want to be that pain point for so many people. And so, yeah, this is the kind of movie that will want to. It might give you a sense of empathy and understanding about other people who are not like you. And if you know somebody in your life who is dealing with this, this is just a fantastic way to better understand who they are, maybe. I mean, not everybody's the same. Maybe the person you know is a total jerk with their cerebral palsy, and they're just a jerk. Maybe they are. I don't know. They could be, because they're just like us. So, but yeah, no, Melody is fantastic. Phoebe-Rae is fantastic as Melody, and definitely give this a shot. This is something that, yeah, you're not going to run into this. She's not one of the Avengers. She's not blown up the Death Star, and she's not a princess in the animated sense from any Disney movie. So, you know what? Try something different that's on here. That's on Disney Plus. It's worth your while. I'm going to say, let's pick tomorrow's episode. The last one of the year, of the month, sorry, the year. The last one of the month, 114. Man, they're all, I mean, I realize I don't have a whole lot left. But man, nope, I can't use this one. This is one of the things that originally was on Disney Plus, but I guess it was also on Hulu, and I've kind of disconnected my Hulu for a bit because I had to renew my subscription for the first time since I got it in 2019. It's a long story, either way. Yeah. By the way, fix this, Disney Plus. I watched this, and when I watched this, it now tells me I've not watched any of it. It's just like I'm a minute into it. Come on. I try to fix this. I don't have to push the buttons and go through the whole thing. So, fix this. This is a bug in the system. If you need me to QA, that's what I do. I can do that for you. 114 is Moving, which is one of those Korean dramas that was on Disney Plus without the need of Hulu, but when I got rid of Hulu, it seemed to have gone with it. So I have to pick another number. There we go. 158. Almost at the bottom of the list. How are we going to finish off the month of June and this quarter, which, by the way, after tomorrow, I reset the list, take out all the stuff like Moving that's no longer available to me, and all the things I've already watched, and add in all the stuff from the last that was added for the last 3 months. So, grand finale. This is sort of a grand finale for the month and the quarter, and this is a grand finale as well. There are so many of these. There's so many of these things featuring this guy. We haven't watched one in a while, but this is apparently the grand finale of his series, his reality series. He's a doctor of animals. He is the incredible Dr. Paul, and this is the grand finale. So, yeah. I'm going to watch another one of those. The Incredible Dr. Paul, the grand finale, is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.